the way I teach and the way you'll see me mentoring on this channel in 2 days is I take the yearners, okay? All of you that are not trading yet or have tried trading and failed, you're yearning to learn how to do this, okay? So I'm teaching with that mindset. Now, some of you obviously may have already been with me and found some consistency, and some of you are doing exceedingly well, and that's amazing. That's great, and I'm thankful for all of that. But this is really meant for, specifically, it's for my daughter. Okay, so I sat down and figured I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And if I can show a simplistic way of going in, using the things that I teach, stripping it down to its chrome. Okay, no bells and whistles, no advanced theories or anything like that. What can I do to provide a model that my daughter could look at and say, okay, there's not a lot of moving parts. It's real simple for me to decide what it is I want to do, and also when not to do something. Okay. This is the E-mini S&P March delivery contract for 2022. Okay, and it's a 2-minute chart. And I want you to see the point of entry here. This is a short it took, and the cover was here. And another one here, a small little scalp. And then here. And then over here, I'm showing you so that way you can see there was no other trades after that short, or 2 shorts rather. And then today I slept in, and I just wanted to have something in addition to what I already have here. This is kind of like one of the setups that you're going to learn in the mentorship, where is the entries here and the exits here. Okay, not a lot of handles. Okay, a handle would be like 45.67 to 45.68. So that's 4 ticks or 1 full handle. In this market, it's $50 per handle or per 4 ticks. So every 1 tick is $12.50. Above this high is buy stops, and I was targeting that here, running into that. Okay, so very, very simple strategy. Optimal trade entry. You don't need to get in at this level here. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to have forgiving entries. You don't need to be highly precise about your entries, but you need to be precise about the directional bias and where it's going. Okay, where's price reaching for? And that's kind of like what I'm showing you in this mentorship on the YouTube channel. So if I have at least given you the opportunity to find setups conceptually, if that's the case, then over time, if you submit yourself to it, you'll find more setups than you'd ever imagine. Because they're there a lot, and especially on these lower time frames. So, in a nutshell, what am I saying here? I'm saying that if you can learn how to take 25 handles, okay, if you can take 25 handles out of a market like the E-mini S&P, you may not have the margin, $12,000, $13,000 or whatever it is, to trade 1 contract of this market. You don't need to have that. You can trade the micros. And while you're not making $50 per handle on E-mini S&P, you're making $5 per handle, you can still graduate over time and build that up. And it's not a lot of initial margin that's required to do that. Or if you're outside the US, you can trade a CFD and trade the US 500 market through like an MT4 account. And again, I'm just going to touch on that. I'm not suggesting that you should, especially those individuals in the States, because it's actually illegal for you to trade that because it doesn't go through a regulated exchange like a futures market would. So that makes it illegal for U.S. traders to do that. So we have to, in the U.S., trade through the futures market. And they have been nice enough to provide micro accounts or vehicles like the E-mini S&P and the NASDAQ. They have micro accounts. So whatever the multiplier would be on the regular mini, it's just reduced to a smaller level in terms of margin and tick value. And I'll cover all that stuff. I've made it very, very simple, or at least that's been the goal I'm having going into this. I'll make it very, very simple for all of you to look at it, say, okay, I don't have to have 1,000 moving parts. I can go in and simply look at things that make sense And if you can visually understand what it is I'm teaching, you'll see that it doesn't require a lot of chart graffiti, okay, things that are very distracting. Do you look at this chart here and see a lot of things that would be mysterious? No, very simple little things. I'll draw a line to highlight a level that I want to see breached, okay, and a level where I want to see it reach up into. And that's the basis of understanding how the markets work within a liquidity matrix. You have buy side and sell side. And once you have that understanding, and I'll teach some of those things in the mentorship, you'll be able to find setups that repeat at least one good setup a week. But if you can find 25 handles a week in the E-mini market, you can do very, very well with that. Very, very well. You don't need to hit home runs. And here's my inspiration to you in closing. If we're looking at a market that provides us setups, and let's just say your mortgage or your rent is, say, $1,500. It may not be that much. It may be actually more than that. But I'm just going to say, let's just say it's $1,500. What happens if you can earn enough to make 50% or all of that a month going forward? Would that not be beneficial to you? That's the mindset I want you all to have. Or let's say you have a car note and your car payment and your car insurance. If you could find a way to have that money come to you by your own speculation over time, not right away. I'm not suggesting all of you are going to be able to do this in the same year. But over time, if you submit to the process I outlined for you, my belief is, my personal belief, my honest opinion is I believe that it is possible. Now, anyone can say, oh, anything's possible. But I believe the things I'm going to show you are things that you'll be able to spot on your own. Now, I'm going to coach you throughout the coming months, showing you where certain things may deliver. But I don't want you to feel like you need that. So I'll teach you how to anticipate certain things on your own, and then you check yourself with the things I reveal or do a review with. And my belief is that you'll be better at reading price when I'm done doing this YouTube mentorship. And again, I don't think I'm going to be doing more than 4 months, and that 4 months is actually including the month of March. And I think that if you submit to this, you'll be far better than you are right now about reading price, expecting certain things to deliver, and you'll find that it's not as challenging when you have a good mentor and you have sound logic, and it's not overcomplicated. And that's my goal going in. And until I talk to you on Friday, be safe.